Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today I'm reading for the week of October 13th through the 19th. Remember, these are general readings, may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, Jesus, Lord, Savior, and ask whatever the words are that needs to come through, comes through. You do not have to have the same beliefs as I do. I let you know where I am coming from, so you can then translate that into your own belief system. Okay. Oh, so many things are happening. We should pray for so many people during this time of year. We are coming to the thinning of the veil as we get closer to that October 31st. Very thinning of the veil, very much, lots of energy, lots of stuff going on. I try to tell you, if you can read between the lines, try to tell you what I am feeling without necessarily saying anything that's going to be kicked off my videos. Okay, so anyway, let's go on here. Now, for the overview, well, what we have here is we have a full moon in Aries where it tells us a fiery climax approaches, but we'll come back to that in just a second. For the main readings, this is not a main reading. This is an overview of what's kind of going on out there. I will be using my Angel Tarot cards, Radley Valentine. I will then also use the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, John Holland. We'll go with our Angels of Abundance Oracle deck, Doreen Virtue, Grant Virtue. I loved my Angel Gemstone cards, Oracle cards. They, tell us a little bit of a mantra to say during full moon seasons, and also new moon. Margaret Ann Lembo, Victoria Rose Martin, and I will pull one from the Moonology Oracle cards, Yasmin Boland, artwork Nix Rowan. And that's where this one does come from. Now, for the overview, I will be using my Radley Valentine. What are these? These are my Wisdom Tarot. Sorry, my nose is starting to itch. Does that mean I'm going to kiss a fool? And my Fairy Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I ask that only truth come through and that it be good energy, good news, good vibes for everyone. We all need to keep our vibrations elevated, even though we are going through an extremely dark time right now. So what do I mean by that dark time? Let me go over here to that website that I do like. Flip. Let me open it up on my screen. Okay, this is the-astrologer.net. Again, we're reading from the, what did I say? It was the 13th to the 19th. And we've got that full moon energy. But remember, we still have that 12th of October. October 12th, Pluto goes direct. So what it's been doing is it's going, it's slowing down. Right now, even though I am doing this on the 7th, this is a time where it is stationary. It is getting so slow it doesn't feel like it's even moving. So we're going stationary. Pluto spotlight is on the earth right now. Pluto spotlight. All the stuff that needs to be dug up needs to be dug up. And it is in Capricorn and Capricorn earth sign. So again, it is very ripe for the digging. Pluto is all about transformation. It is about death and rebirth. This is an extremely intense time right now. So October 13th, we have Mercury again. Basically, Mercury is squaring off with this Pluto. Mercury is entering into Scorpio. We've got a couple of things. Scorpio and Pluto are very aligned together. Transformation, basically, just new birth, death, new birth, death, new birth. Mercury is about language, is about internet, is about the energies that are going through the airwaves. So there's a lot of things with that in itself. But on the 14th is some good news. We have Libra, 21 degrees. On the 14th, Libra, which we are in Libra season, in air, trining with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter just went retrograde. It went retrograde on the 9th, so there is a little bit of stationary energy right there. And so Jupiter is actually kind of softening a little bit of this Pluto stuff going on. And it's in Gemini, thought processes, thinking things through. But it is also squaring with the sun, also is squaring with Mars 21 degrees world energy with Cancer. Cancer is all about the home, is all about, all water energy. It has a lot to do with full moon energy. They are called the moon babies. Mars, the god of war, the god of, just small g. I will tell you, these are all small g's. But this is, disruption, and it is squaring. So trining is kind of like coming together. Squaring is they're both putting forces on each other. So we'll see there. Now Venus is in Scorpio, and it's doing some things with it's opposing, so it's really Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is not necessarily comfortable with Taurus. Again, that is our earth energy. Scorpio again is one of our water energies. It is opposing. Uranus is the expect the unexpected. Venus is the goddess of love, the goddess of beauty, things like that, small g. But remember, when it's in Scorpio, I always feel like she's a little bit, I don't know if she's manipulative per se, or if she's just a little bit on the jealous side here. It is trining with Neptune. Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces is about hidden things coming up to the surface, but it also has a loose connection with that Pluto. So Venus may or may not be a good, influence on these signs, but it is entering into Sagittarius, so Venus can now be free and can now, Sagittarius fire sign, all about the adventure, so she could be on her new adventure going on. Now we have the 17th again. Now remember, the 17th of October in the major arcana is our star card. It is about hope. It is about wishes coming to pass. So we have a full moon in Aries. Aries is the beginning of the astrological year, the full moon. And again, what did I say about this? This is a fiery climax approaches, full moon. So we could be coming to some sort of a climax going on, because remember, on this 12th, it is, stationary. Pluto's spotlight is upon us. So Pluto is starting to move towards that is, to Aquarius. Aquarius, all about the revolutions. I hear we had a revolution, the Beatles. That's been running through my mind a little bit going on. Sextiling with Jupiter, that's good. Squaring with that Mars again, who knows? Because Mars in Cancer is one I'm like, be a little leery of the Cancerians right now, okay? They have more, they're more on their focus, and they will come. They're not just letting things happen anymore. This is not a time to let things just happen. It's trining with Venus. That could be very good. And the full moon in Aries officially defines new beginnings. Now, new beginnings, whether we like them or not, again, Pluto is working towards that, working towards Aquarius, age of Aquarius. But remember, the Aquarius energy is all about social reform, and it can be about, like I said, I heard we had a revolution. What else do we want to say? All right, so let's go on. Let me know what you thought about that. Also, if you're reading something, I never claimed to be a real astrologer per se. I have a lot of respect for that. I just look at where these planets are. I like to look at in retrospect where they were and what was going on at that time. Last time, again, Pluto, when we were there, 1777-ish, I believe. And, like all stuff was about to break out. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. Higher power, Holy Spirit. Let's see. I would say that we're entering into, we are entering into, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, one of the darker times of our year. But again, let's have prayer, keep our vibrations elevated, pray for those that are not necessarily seeing the sun. This is a time that brings out wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people and energies, but it also brings out the ones that want to do harm. So let's see, let's keep our spiritual armor on, and let's keep, whatever we need. Let's just keep covered in the cloak of protection. Okay, here we go. Those two fell out. Let's see, do we have anyone else to fall out or to come through? Let's see. Okay, here we are. All right, first card. Choices, 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 choices. We have a 7, and I love 7s because I look at them as divine, divine covering. It's like a divine umbrella. Yes, our feet might get wet, we might get muddied, we might even have some hail hitting us, but in the overview, we are more protected than we even think we are. Okay? We have a waxing moon in the background. Yeah, that's a waxing moon, and we are coming to that full moon. So, and waxing means it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Remember, full moon is where I tell you to release, relinquish, and request. Release what's holding you back. You may not even know what that is. So you just give that to God and say, God, whatever's holding me back from doing what you want me to be doing, let it go. Relinquish is what you know might not necessarily be good for you. So, if you're having that, that snack every day and you're gaining some weight or something like that, let go of that. And that's just very, kind words on that part. There's more to it that you may be wanting to relinquish. And request, because requesting is good. You have to ask. If you do not ask, you cannot receive. Doesn't mean you will get what you want, but it doesn't hurt to ask, okay? So we have water energy. Water energy is our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer all over the place with this. Now we do have some, these cups, these water energies, have a lot of our chakra energy symbols here. You can just see where they're all coming from. But so it's kind of like, what are you requesting is what you're going to be needing. So, but, or what you spiritually need, or what you emotionally need. There's going to be choices. There's going to be the highway, the high path, or the low path, the easy way or the hard way. One leads to great treasure. One leads to maybe not great treasure, maybe to some destruction. So this, and remember, this is more for the world energy in itself. So there are choices being shown to us, choices to open us up or to close us. Chakras, when I'm working with chakra energy, I use a sound bowl most of the time. I can do, I sometimes with my hands, but sound bowls, and, I go one way for opening, but you also have to make sure you close, because otherwise it's like a camera lens that, you'll be out of focus if it closes, if it opens and closes with delays. Make a choice. Stop procrastinating or overanalyzing. Get clarity on what you desire moving forward. Too many options, addiction. So now we have Gabriel, G. This is what I like about these cards in itself. It connects back to the major arcana, Gabriel, the divine messenger, and also 3, which is the Empress energy. So there is all possibilities. You have to make a choice. Again, it goes, maybe with that full moon that I'm saying, release and relinquish, and then request. Next card. We have the 10 of water. Now the 10 of water, this is beautiful energy. This is absolutely beautiful energy. Now these are the 2 that fell. The water energy is, again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. Very spiritual energy. 10 is transition. So this is a time of transition. Transitioning into maybe a very beautiful, beautiful time. A time of happiness, a time of rainbows. We may not feel it, but we always have to keep our energies elevated so that when this comes, we are welcome to it. Now, part of this could also be a lot of our ascension energy. So something's going on there's a lot of, cleaning up so that there's a lot of new possibilities ahead of us. So Jophiel, 21, the world energy. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, people you can trust. So get the people around you that you trust. It's like I said, it's really, this is a time of great division, great divide, where there are people that are coming up that are, that are just rising up, and there are people that want to stay in this lower dimensional, lower vibrational period. So here we go. Next card, reversed. Reverse cards to me have a little bit more meaning. We have the Knight. Now court cards, again, how I read them, I look to see they have double meanings. Underlying energy is our, for the Knight is our air energy. So we have, what did I say? We have Venus going into Sagittarius. We have Aries in the North Node. So we do have some fiery energy, committed energy going on with that. Air energy is sword energy, air energy is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra. We're in Libra season. We have Jupiter retrograding in Gemini, kind of going over our opportunities and possibilities. We have, I'm being very, very called to this red bird cardinal energy spiritual guide in many ways. Now, when I see the Knight of Swords is one to me, and okay, it's also air energy in this, okay, so we also have the leaves are falling, so there's some fall energy going on here. We have sword energy, thought processes, thinking things through, making some plans. Now, when I see the Knight of Air, many times over, you don't have the time to make plans. So the time for planning is coming. What did I say for this one? Trust God, stay prepared. So, whatever it is to prepare, because things will be shifting, things will be moving very quickly, it feels like, on this week here. But I am looking at the red, the horse is or the unicorn is charging in. He is somewhat ready. He has his sword. But again, I feel very much a spiritual connection. Cardinals could be angels, could be departed, could be our spirit guides. There's a spiritual leading going on right now. Decisive, focused, driven, defensive. Events that move with great speed. Choose intellectual responses. Remember, this is about choices here. Responses to challenges rather than emotional. Sudden or unexpected changes. Review your options carefully. So there could be some changes to this scenario here even. There could be some changes. There's some choices coming. There's a lot that go with that chakra energy. Your connections, or I should say the world's connections. This could be changing, or it could be becoming more enhanced, or like I said, it's like something is going up while something goes down. So it's an interesting time. We're in interesting times right now. I'm going to cling to that 10 of Cups and and just say, I want that. I want the happy family. I want all the happiness, the contentment that card brings. Except that there's lots of changes with this, and you need to make sure that you're working, or the world is working on an intellectual basis as opposed to the emotional one. Okay, now we're going to go to our fairy tarot cards. Let's see what else we have to say here. So here we go. One more time. There we go. The Queen of Spring. Now, in this deck, spring is our fire energy. I told you what that was. That's our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Queen's underlying energy is our water. Okay, so we have that emotional energy, that caring energy, but on top of it, we have that fire energy. And we had the fire energy underneath the Knight. So we have, the only thing we really don't have here is earth energy going on. So the thing about the Queen of Spring, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands is she's very large, okay, in her being, okay? She thinks everything and anything is possible. She spreads her wings. She learns to, or she takes that leap. She is very confident and she just goes out there. So let's see what we have. Brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people. Oh, I love this one. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. So it's a little bit different than a lot of the other queens. The message here, believing in yourself is wonderful, but people want to help you. So you need to be open to that. You need to be receptive to that. Usually the Queen of Wands is the one that's getting out of there, but she's a little bit more vulnerable. She looks a little more vulnerable than a lot of the other queens of fire, the other queens of wands. So interesting with that. So we've got some choices based upon our chakra energies. What do we feel? Do we feel the crown chakra connecting with God's source, our third eye chakra with our, intuitiveness, throat chakra with how we are speaking, heart chakra, which is the gateway between the metaphysical and the physical. And then we have, what do we have? Our solar plexus, sacral, and our root, which is more of our physical. So we have some choices. Are we going to choose our, physical chakras, or are we going to go with our metaphysical chakras? Interesting with that, because then that 10 of Cups is, I love the 10 of Cups. I love the 10 of Cups, but I go with the people you can trust. So get your posse, get the people that can support you. Things are going to be moving fast. Try to stay intellectual, though we may want to be emotional. And people want to help. People want to come together, want to help. So it's interesting for this time. It's you tell me, what did it all mean? Because I can tell you what I'm getting from the planets, and then we get these really very hopeful cards. So there is hope around the corner. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's always about getting there, though, isn't it? So stay hopeful. Anyway, do me a favor, please, please, please do the stuff. I know we always say it. Take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I appreciate you doing that. Please comment. Maybe you saw something differently. As always, though, always remember, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.